Dear students, it is the fifth video about functions of communication in the organizations. In the previous video, we talked about the definition of the communication and the functions of the organizational communication. These functions have been expressed in detail. Well, functions of communication, let's read and then we'll discuss the points. Communication serves four major functions within a group or organizations. Number one, communication acts to control member behavior in several ways. Clear? Communication actually is controlling of the people behavior and drive them into the desired behavior. Clear? For example, employees want to do something different, whereas urgently some other thing have been popped up. This is called controlling the behavior. For example, as a very classical example of this is acting the members' behavior. For example, we people before this breakout of this pandemic, this viral disease, used to come to the classes, and so were you. Fine. And the teacher would stand, students would listen live, they have to attend the classes, the roll call would made, the quizzes and assignments were made over there. Fine. But all of a sudden, university took decision under the directions of the Higher Education Commission that there won't be live classes. Students will stay home and as will the teacher. But they will continue teaching through the internet and other mediums. So this was what? Shift from one behavior into the other. Many people were not mentally ready. Many people were not trained. Many people had never experienced this method of teaching. However, they used to have taught for 17 years or 20, 25 years. Yet, this is what they were communicating. The meetings were conducted, plans were made, and different applications were downloaded. Procurement was made like laptops and headphones and internet connections. I mean, there was a lots of things that happened, and it is what? To channelize the behavior. So in simple words, I have explained, but let's read. Organizations have authority, hierarchies and formal guidelines that employees are required to follow. When employees, for instance, are required to first communicate any job related grievance to their immediate boss, to follow their job description, or to comply with company's policies, communication is performing a control function. But informal communication also controls behaviors. When work groups tease or harass a member who produces too much and makes the rest of the group look bad, they are informally communicating with and controlling the members' behavior. It means that when some skulkers, some very bad nature people make a group and they start teasing and bothering the people who are working there, their behavior actually is a kind of communication, is expression that they are trying to obstacle or detain that person and refrain him from doing so. Communication fosters motivation by clearing to the employees. Foster motivations means that through communications, employees are clarified, they are motivated, they are encouraged in working environment. Same thing happened with us. What we have been doing here, you know that we have been encouraged, we have been made devoted by our directors. He asked us, he compelled us, he sometimes forced us to do so. Otherwise, we may not be mentally ready to accept this change. But everybody is now channelized, they are doing it. What is to be done, how well they are doing, and what can be done to improve performance if it is superb. The information of specific goals, feedback on progress towards the goals, and reinforcements of the desired behavior all stimulate motivation and require communication. Means to achieve the end, for example, the university has made this end that students would be properly guided, they should be given the assignments, they should be given quizzes and match things. This is the policy, this was have been implemented, and through constant communication it is being practically analyzed. And third one is that the communication leads or give room to the employees to express their own pent up feelings. Clear? It is obvious that at the working places people often have the timely grudges and timely abhorrence, and they do discuss these things in their private meetings, in their private rooms, in at cafe, at restaurants. Okay, they may not be against the organization, but timely they may be a little bit resented with the policies. It is the communication that let them disburden their feelings, let them blow up their grudges. Clear? And the very next moment they are channelized, they are reconciled, they are again ready to vow with the organization and go along their policies. Fine. And the final thing is communication facilitates in decision making. The one who is better communicator finds better communication is able to decision making. For simplest form, you can see that a judge sitting in a office at a different place is deciding something which has not happened before his eye. For example, some murder is made at a distant place in Rawalpindi. The case has been brought to a judge sitting in the office. Do you think that the judge who is going to decide is has witnessed himself? Was he there? Has he watched the person? Never. He has never even heard about it. But he has to decide what will help him to decide a case, be it is simple or complicated. Obviously, communication, the written statements, the pleading, the negotiations, the discussions of the lawyers, that enables the judge to decide. Similarly, other than the court system, a executive or a director is also a kind of judge. Before making a policy, he has to listen, he has to analyze, review, realize. For this reason, better communication, impartial discussions help him decide better. I hope this that you have understood this, that how communication functions in an organization. Thank you very much.